I have a question for you. How many of you came in today and look forward to being able to sit down and get off your feet? Any of you that was really, really happy that to be able to sit down, take a load off, and possibly even want to cut off your feet so you don't have to feel that pain? I'm sure many of you can relate to a couple of these questions that I just mentioned and that pain or achiness or soreness that we may feel towards the end of the day. I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. My name is William Nettleton. I am a professional shoe fitter, and I have a personal goal that everyone should make a priority their foot health. Foot pain is quite common. It is estimated that 87% of adults at one time experience foot pain, and currently 1/3 of adults have foot pain. Why are these numbers so high? Being a professional fitter for over 10 years, I have noticed a couple things, and one main important thing that is quite common between all of these patients and all of these problems. The biggest thing I found is that pressure is not good. And so, as a fitter, if I'm able to decrease pressure, I'm able to help that patient or the customer increase their ability to live pain-free. One of the things that I see quite often are these three things right here. On the far left, we have hammer toes, or what's also known as claw toes. In the middle, calluses, which is a buildup of skin. And on the far right are what's called bunions. These three things are quite common in terms of foot defects and foot deformities that are caused by pressure. One of the things that I like doing and being able to do as a fitter is explain different things. If I'm able to help the customer or patient understand why things happen, they're then in a better opportunity and ability to not have it happen again and be able to do better for the longevity of their health. Now, being a professional fitter, I also see some crazy things. Both of these two pictures right here are both hard nails. I get asked quite a bit as a fitter about foot fungus. Most people would assume that both of these are toenail funguses. These are both buildups of the nail that have hardened over time because the nail bed was either damaged or lost sensitivity, and so the body's natural reaction was to protect itself. Because it protected itself, it had to build up that nail. On the right is what's called a ram's horn. Now, I've only fit probably around 20 people that have this, as it is quite uncommon, but on the left, I see that almost every week. These things do not need to happen. There is relief, there is ability to be pain-free in our life for our feet. And there's a few things I want to share to be able to help you have that same exact goal and have the ability to have that in your own life. The first thing I want to go over is numbers truly do not mean a thing. The number on the box and the size and anything that goes along with it does not matter. When I go through a fitting and when I first start out talking with the patient or the customer, I do use a Brandt device, which is pictured right here. The Brandt device came out a long time ago, but shoe fitters would use it quite often to understand a little bit more about the foot, as well as what type of length and width can be used. I still do that. I still go through that process and understand how the length and width interact with each other and give me a base starting point, but it is not the end all be all. When I have a customer or patient come in and say, I've been wearing a size 12 and a half since I was 12 years old, or I've been wearing a size 8 since I was 7 years old, I throw that out the window and I start from scratch. I go through the process and be able to focus on the fit and feel other than just the number on the box. Along these same exact lines is when I'm doing the fitting at the very end, and when we have something that's fitting really well, I want to have the awe factor. It's the ability to just sink into the shoe, just really relax, and have that one-on-one connection of your foot and shoe together. It's being able to relax, kick your feet up, and not have to worry about your feet hurting. Usually, the customer will find this out within the 5 minutes of them walking around the store. If there's any pressure points or anything that's going wrong, it is very noticeable within that time. As I'm changing the sizing, as I'm changing the shoes and anything like that, that awe factor is something I'm trying to find. And finally, one of the hardest things that I've found to be able to help customers and patients with is the balance between prioritizing fit and comfort and personal style. In today's world, it is quite often remarked on how we dress, how we interact, how we present ourselves. And so, one of the hardest things I have found is putting together that the shoe is absolutely perfect, the fit is there, but the style or the color or something about it is just not what the customer would want. And that is okay. My job as a professional fitter is being able to help you find a shoe that you're comfortable with, that fits great, but also functions for every day that you want to wear. Taking these two examples, on the left is a Christian Louis Vuitton shoe, very, very high end, incredibly high quality materials, but the fit is severely lacking. The front toe box is quite pinching of the toes, as well as the stiletto heel increases pressure on the very forefoot. And so, the longer you wear them, the more damage it could be doing to your feet. Now, if we take the shoe on the right, Pipilio is a subdivision of Birkenstock. Birkenstock is a brand that focuses quite heavily on the fit and the arch support of the shoe. And because of that, this shoe itself, being a wedge, is a little bit dressier, but still has the fit, feel, and finish of a quality shoe that you can be able to wear for 10 hours a day and be comfortable. Those are the goals that I'm finding and trying to find when I'm doing my fittings. Technology has come a very long way, thankfully. I'm no longer having to solely rely on the brand device to be able to fit patients and customers in proper fitting shoes. This pressure scan of my individual foot, I was able to take in April of 2022. It then gave me a couple more details about where I'm putting pressure, how I'm putting that pressure down, and as a fitter, I'm able to see if there's specific shoes or styles that may increase that pressure or decrease it. One of the ways we do that is through inserts. Inserts, either using plastic or different materials, plus foams and polyurethanes, are able to increase or decrease pressure in specific areas to be able to make the footwear that's already fitting incredibly well fit better. One major caveat I have to tell everyone that comes in is putting an insert inside of a shoe is not the be all, fix all. It does not work like that. You cannot just put an insert inside of a shoe and call it good. The fit has to be there for the shoe to work properly with an actual insert. As time goes on, and within the last 5 years, we were able to add 3D scanning to our procedures. And so we had pressure plates for a very long time. But now, with the emergence of 3D, we're able to look at the foot from a different perspective and in different ways to make sure that we're seeing it from all angles. Because of that, this top-down view, you're very clearly able to see my bunions on both my left and right foot, as well as the different widths and kind of variances between the 2 feet. Being able to have this on an iPad or on a screen to be able to show a customer and teach them about their feet greatly gives the fitter as well as the customer more information to make better decisions. As we try to get better foot health and more pain-free lives with our feet and increase our activity and all these great things, it comes down to the one-on-one connections with the person and the shoe. And as we do these simple things, focusing on those 3 points, we're able to have simple actions that we do today to be able to promote our healthier tomorrow for our feet. Thank you.